Please welcome Deloitte partner and MVP, Troy Outram, and Chief Technology Officer, Racing.com, James McFarlane.
Hi everyone, my name's Troy Outram. I'm from Deloitte Digital Australia. I'm the lead Sitecore Alliance partner. We've been Platinum Partner for almost 10 years now, and I'm really excited to share with you today one of the biggest projects we've undertaken in recent years. Alongside me, I've got James McFarlane, who's the CTO from Racing Victoria, and James is going to talk to us a little bit about Racing Victoria now.
Thanks, Troy, and really great to be here in Nashville. I hope the show reel that you just saw got everyone's adrenaline going. Certainly got mine going every time I see that video. Does get me going. Racing Victoria is the governing body tasked with ensuring the sustainable growth of thoroughbred racing in Victoria. We are proud to oversee some of the world's most prestigious racing events, including the iconic Melbourne Cup, which is our equivalent of the Kentucky Derby, which is held probably not too far from here. Racing in Victoria is more than just a sport, it's the cornerstone of our cultural and economic landscape. The industry generates over $3 billion in economic value to the state, with wagering turnover of $8 billion and $450 million of revenue reinvested back into the industry through prize money, club funding and also infrastructure. One of our key strategic pillars is to actively promote the sport, aiming to increase wagering turnover, horse ownership and also race day attendance across the state's 50 race clubs. In line with that vision, 8 years ago we created our own media business in Racing.com, and its mission is to engage consumers with our sport via great content delivered through our broadcast and digital channels in Racing.com and through a club network of sites.
We started working together 2 years ago, James. Industry was facing a few challenges back then. Just talk us through some of those challenges today.
Yeah, certainly we are facing a few challenges as an industry. Despite being a hugely popular sport in Victoria, we are faced with stiff competition from other sporting and entertainment offerings, and that competition has led to a decline of our market share, particularly from a wagering perspective, and also we are faced with the challenge of kind of an ageing demographic who are engaging with the sport. We also, like in many countries around the world, are facing macroeconomic factors that have reduced the disposable income of many consumers. Whilst our core audience remains deeply engaged with our sport, we recognise the importance of attracting new consumers and new fans to our sport if we are to sustain a viable and great thoroughbred racing industry over the next 10, 20 and 30 years. In addition to that, our Racing.com platform, our technical platform, it has suffered from a lack of investment over the last 5 years, which has really limited our ability to create new personalised digital experiences.
Some big challenges we're both facing from both an industry point of view and an ageing platform that probably fairly familiar to a lot of people out here today. Do you want to talk through some of the growth and retention strategies that we worked on together to overcome some of the industry problems that you had?
Yeah, so we really went back to first principles and refined our customer segments and the personas that sit behind those segments. And there are kind of 4 key segments that we then identified, 2 which are really retention-based and 2 which are really kind of growth-based. The loyal Larrys and the participant Petes are critical to our industry as they make a significant contribution to our current revenue through wagering and horse ownership in particular. It's important to look after our core audiences, but we also know we need to attract the likes of our social Sally and Sporty Scots and grow them into true fans of racing over time. We certainly see significant growth potential in the social Sally persona. This audience wants social experiences that don't strictly relate to racing, but they also relate to fashion, hospitality and music and other entertainment at the track. Sally also wants opportunities to be able to capture visually appealing and exciting content that she can share on her socials. And the value of Sally and her friends in particular is that when she comes to the races, she does come with her friends. They're prepared to invest in hospitality, and they also, through their social sharing, help attract a wider audience and grow the racing brand.
In the session later today, we're going to talk through the tech selection process that we went through between Deloitte and Racing Victoria to choose the right platform that's going to have that omni-channel experience to really meet those segments that we've just been talking about. James, can you tell the audience today some of the key things that you're looking at within that selection process?
Yeah, so we knew the platform had to be flexible and one that could continue to grow and evolve as our ability to target and create those personal experiences grew. We needed to build something that had a range of capabilities, not just personalisation, but strong content management, digital asset management, and search that also scaled as we wanted to scale our business. And we also wanted to work with a true SaaS partner, an organisation that was investing in R&D and product development and allowed us to leverage that product development rather than managing kind of costly upgrade cycles, which we've been struggling with over the last few years. It's also important to highlight the role that the CDP plays and the ability to integrate that CDP and behavioural data with our kind of off-platform data sources, such as horse ownership databases and club membership databases, in order to drive greater personalised digital experiences.
Skip forward a year, we've got the new platform in place, full SaaS composable stack from Sitecore. We've got our segments defined. We're looking at how we can grow and retain. Can you talk us through some of the examples that are happening right now this weekend?
Yeah, so if I take the Melbourne Racing Club as an example and the $5 million Caulfield Cup coming up on Saturday, clearly that the club had a significant marketing campaign, but a big part of their digital advertising campaign was targeting the social Sallys and the sporty Scots of this world. And what we've been able to do for the first time is actually replicate that digital experience in terms of the advertising experience back onto the website for the first time. So once social Sally saw an image like this that would encourage her to come to the races on Facebook or on Instagram, that she'd also see that experience when she got to the Melbourne Racing Club website. The most exciting part of all of this, however, is really the ticket sales that we've seen over the last month or so, and we've seen significant year-on-year growth as a result, partly, of the work that has been done over the last couple of months.
This digital transformation has been a massive change, I guess, for all the clubs. We launched this to 60 clubs. There's a lot of clubs that are now, a lot of marketing teams are using this platform.
Yep.
Do you want to talk us through some of the feedback we're getting from the likes of MRC?
Yeah, so whilst we are early in our journey, with the platform going live in July, the feedback from our content creators and marketing teams has been overwhelmingly positive. As with all initiatives of this size, it is a learning curve that we've had to go through, and to be honest, we are still learning how to use the platform effectively. However, we have been able to empower the marketers and the content creators to start to create those personalised digital experiences, whilst also freeing up to our technology team to focus on more product development, which they've been struggling to do over the last couple of years as well. We have seen some early wins with the Melbourne Racing Club and their attendance sales, and I'm really pleased and excited to be able to roll this capability out to the primary consumer-facing channel for the industry in racing.com over the coming months.
It's safe to say we've exceeded expectations. There's some tough stakeholders out there that I'd sort of worked with, and got some overwhelming feedback from everyone that was a part of the project. We've launched 60 plus websites, some of the smoother kind of launches that James and I have experienced in our careers, which was really pleasing, kind of waiting for the phone to ring and didn't ring. 60 on one day. Yeah. And it's all on the new XM Cloud SaaS platform using all the latest technology. And it's been a massive effort. And I just wanted to say big thanks to James for being really great to work with over the last couple of years. And I know that our teams have really worked together really well. And it's a long journey from Australia to Nashville, and I really appreciate you making the effort. Thank you.